Guess what I got today? I got my labor press report. So let's see what's going on in our union business and our TriMet grievances and all the stuff that we hire our union for. I'll be saying hi to John, by the way, on Thursday. I'm going to be stopping in, chatting with him, and I guess Sam's going to be there too. There you go. There's our vice president right there. So we'll have a nice little chat, I suppose. So without any further ado, let's see what's going on at our union. Okay, from John. If you've been watching the news, you're no doubt aware there's been plenty of activity involving our union lately, with a lot of anxiety surrounding the January 1st implementation of the Oregon's new cell phone law and the child on the platform incident. Since our first cell phone notice, we put out a second to clarify the complicated issue. As the law goes into effect, be sure to contact your executive board or a liaison officer when you need clarification or help. As for the child on the platform incident, while I cannot provide details at this time, I want to assure you that we are thoroughly investigating this episode. I must thank all of you who called in after the incident hit the news to offer up your own experience, observations, and assistance. As it turned out, this was one of those times where assistance was needed, and we needed to get mailing out to our extensive TriMet membership group with absolutely no time to spare. We sent out an action alert with virtually no notice and brought in a large group of volunteers to fold staff and post mailing one night that otherwise might have taken days to complete. Since then, we've had even more members calling the office and asking to be added to the action alert list so they can be made aware of future volunteering opportunities, which I think says some amazing things about the kind of men and women who comprise this local. For TriMet members wondering about the status of contract negotiations, since our last meeting and mailing, there is still time to return the requested documents in the enclosed self-addressed envelope. We continue to accept documents mailed after the stated date of December 15th. I want to let you know that dialogue took place with Fred not long ago before I left for the United Nations conference. Did John go to the United Nations conference too? Anyway, there has been a commitment made on both sides to start the new year off right. Your role as a member is to continue assisting your local when we call on you and to exhibit unity and solidarity more now than ever. This holds true for all of our members. Please keep in mind the issues will inevitably flare up during contract negotiations. We've already seen this. Let's remember, however, to restrict our emotions and leave them at the negotiating table. We are professional drivers, mechanics, helpers, clerical staff, rail operators, supervisors, and as such we maintain our professionalism. Even when it appears things are not going well, there are absolutely going to be rough roads ahead, and I'm sure that more flare-ups are inevitable. But I remain cautiously optimistic that we will be able to resolve these matters. Know this, we are not going to race to a substandard contract. That means we need your patience, as these are not easy things to settle. Thank you, John. Okay, Sam's report. The cold weather has arrived just in time for negotiations with TriMet. We have always approached negotiations with a positive attitude. The very first negotiating session we had with TriMet, we reluctantly agreed to some basic ground rules. It was not long before TriMet had broken them. A good employer takes stock of their workforce and compliments them on a job well done. This is just not the TriMet way. TriMet is worried about our public opinion, not right or wrong. It is, and I will always be correct, and the right thing to do when you stick up for the workers who have served you the longest and given the company the best years of our lives. Our brothers and sisters deserve better and have earned it. When we toss these people aside to make room for bonuses for new employees who have not put in their time or even made a difference in the operation of the company, you've insulted all of us. We will stand as one, and we will let you know exactly how we feel without regard to public opinion. Thank you, Sam. Okay, from Yvette. Attention light rail operators. Any rail operator who's been injured due to motoring drum handle, armrests, and or seats, please contact union office immediately. This is especially important if you have filed a workers' comp claim. We were working on a grievance with Peggy Hansen before she left TriMet. Yeah, I still wonder about that, by the way. We are preparing to move forward and would like to hear from you. Rest assured that your union is well aware that this new year is being ushered in with some areas of uncertainty. manager movement at several properties, many contracts and open negotiations, still others set to expire. Despite this, I hope everyone feels their glass is half full and not half empty. Local 757 has a lot to be proud from the contracts we've been working under, and the momentum should bring us into the future. We recognize the fact that union contracts are on a never-ending room for improvement status, and we remain committed to defending negotiating rights as well as the yet to be negotiated rights. The reality is that, regardless of our current status of our nation's economic woes, the face of America's workplace has changed dramatically over the past decade. An example, moving right along, an example of this change is demonstrated by the fact that for the first time in history, women in the workplace outnumber men. According to several sources, according to AFL-CIO, various groups and affiliates fail to recognize the importance of organization and basic human rights. In many ways, our very survival as a union rests solely on our ability as a membership to ride the swells and weather the troughs. 2010. Bring it on, baby. Okay, Yvette, bring it on, baby.